My name is Noah, and I'm joined by my friend and collaborator, Rami.
Hello.
We are the hosts of Voices Unearthed, a weekly, hour-long show inviting underground artists of all disciplines to share stories, techniques, and advice about their respective industry.
We'll be interviewing creatives every Tuesday at noon, so tune in right here on Spirit Live Radio.
Thanks, see ya.
I have
check.
no idea what happened
1,
there.
2, yeah. Did you just mess up our intro? The best part about the show?
I have no idea why it cut off like that. That was so annoying. But we're back.
We're back
for
with another episode of Voices on Earth.
Earth.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. As always, I'm Noah. To my left now, because we're in a new studio, is my co-host
Rami,
and we are your voices of the underground connoisseurs, unpacking musicians, actors, dancers, visual artists, you name it. We got a whole bunch of stuff going on this week, and we have two very lovely people in the studio with us. So without further ado, we can just jump right into it, huh?
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
I wrote, as always, I love to write our guests a little intro, so bear with me while I introduce you. Hailing from London, England, and currently residing in Toronto, he's a self-made independent artist who has been creating and writing music for 12 years in genres like grime, hip-hop, and R&B. Now as a full-time musician with multiple singles and EPs to his name, he continues to put himself out there while consistently pushing the boundaries of what he can really do. Please welcome Rumz.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Appreciate you guys.
Let's go.
And he's joined by his manager QK, also in the
over
studio
there.
today.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. You
That's-
guys talk really fast. I thought I spoke fast.
That's like my main note. I think I've been told with everything I do, it's like slow it down sometimes.
Nah, you good.
Oh, I'm good. Okay.
I hear
'cause-
you.
Yeah,
I
'cause-
hear what you're saying, but damn.
Damn, we just
You won.
right into it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a gift, I guess. So welcome, man. It's been a long time coming. We've had a few conversations here and there about getting you on the show, months now, and finally the day has come. We finally have you on the show.
Finally.
Yeah, finally, right? How you doing today, man? You all right?
Not too bad. It's a good day, you know, so I'm chilling.
That's great, man.
Awesome.
Awesome. I guess just jumping right into it, because I like to do a bit of research for our guests. So jumping into, I guess, before the music period, you were living in London, born and raised in London
Yes.
for 12 years of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Born and raised, grew up there. It's a great place, you know. A lot of people, don't have the chance to see that side of the world, but I suggest it to anybody if you want.
Did you used to have like a really thick British accent?
I still do, actually. I can switch in between, but
That's
yeah,
useful, actually.
you know,
It's useful.
Bust it out for them one
I
time.
bust it up for you guys.
Yeah,
like,
go.
yeah, like it comes in and out, but
That's
See? You hear it?
that's
Yeah,
super
a
cool.
bit, right?
I
So,
hear it. I
yeah.
hear it, for sure.
It's cool.
For sure. Yeah, man.
Has it faded over time since you've been in Toronto a little bit?
Not really faded. I would just say like I've been accustomed to being here, so like everybody that I speak to it just comes out. But if I do feel like any emotion, like that's when it comes out the most, you know.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
For sure, for
It's
sure.
natural.
Yeah.
He mixes it with his Toronto slang a little bit.
A little bit,
A little
a little
gangster.
bit.
Yeah,
No.
a little
Maybe
bit.
catch me like slip up on a 1-2 word.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Very cool. Very
Do you find
cool.
yourself like switching between your accents in your song or songs in general?
No, it's just whatever comes natural, like just whatever I feel, but never really switching in between songs.
Okay.
So.
That makes sense.
Yeah. No, I think it's still a very useful, skill to have on the resume, regardless of whatever you do. I know, as an actor, I guess talking like to have like different accents, you can just switch in between. Like it's a very useful skill. I imagine in other parts of everything you do in life, you can use that to your advantage. So it's
100%.
it's cool. Yeah.
Never know when you want to go missing. Disguise yourself.
Right.
Literally, now joking stuff.
And so then you moved to Toronto at around 12, and that's sort of where you started to pursue music and think about it and start writing and conceptualizing songs, and that's where it sort of began.
Yeah.
And so I guess what I wanted to ask was what piqued the interest originally, if you can think back to a moment maybe.
So to be honest, it started all off by being in elementary school. I'll tell you a little story about it as well.
Go ahead, yeah.
It was just like everybody knows about like the Super Hot Fire video, like
Yes. Yeah,
so
man.
literally at lunch there was two guys, like thank God to them, Nick and Jonathan. They were just like, as kids we were having fun, right? And then I kind of just like, new kid, kind of want to fit in, so I just knew a couple words from like a song that I knew from England, like and then I just kind of jumped in, and everyone was like, "Yo, you're so sick, like, like you should, like, yo, like, wanted to hear more." And I've always loved music. I've always loved listening to music, and like there was a period of time that I was thinking about writing it, but I never got to do it. But that was kind of the catalyst. Like, I really wanted to zone in and be like, okay, everyone's kind of taking me serious. Let me actually take this serious, you know? And then over time, I've just grown to love it. It was a way of getting my emotions out. It was a way of just releasing all of that, especially moving at a very young age.
Right.
So, yeah, it just became a part of me, and I've just been doing it ever since.
Nice, awesome, man. No, I love stories like that where it's like, and I feel like we've had so many guests on the show now where they all find the passion at such a young age and just capitalize on it and go as soon as they can. And I think that's so inspiring to hear as someone who's done that himself, and as well as you, and just I'm sure you've had aspirations since you were a kid, just to start so young and just to never lose hope in it and keep going because you're passionate in it and develop the hard work. It's beautiful. It really is, just as an artist to hear stories like this. And you know, there's you doing acting, dancing, music as a hobby, and then there's like, okay, now I'm gonna take it serious, a career path. Let's go. I'm all in.
A business plan.
Right, exactly. And then you start to be like, okay, 10 years from now. I mean, vague question. What do you want to be 10 years from now? But what sort of made you want to take the music path seriously and really go for it?
As I said, I've just loved music. It's been a part of me since I've grown up, listening to it, and then actually writing it and getting my emotions out. It really felt like it filled a void for me, and I just get like I enjoy when people enjoy my content, you know. So it's just something that I've loved doing, and it's just, even if anything were to not happen, you know, like I'll still keep doing this regardless of what the situations are in my life.
For sure.
So yeah.
Very
No,
cool.
that's dope, man. What because I as I mentioned, I guess in your intro, you got grime and R&B and the hip hop going on. What's your favorite genre? Even if when you listen back to a kid versus the music you're making now, like of all time, favorite genre.
Favorite
right now?
genre.
Yeah.
I would have to say I love hip hop.
Yeah.
I love hip hop to death. I mean, grime is obviously a part of me because of being from England and having that diverse
Who are
side.
your biggest grime inspirations?
Biggest grime inspirations, I have to say off the bat, Skepta.
Skepta.
100%.
I was gonna say.
Go,
Skepta's
man.
my favorite
So
too.
good, man.
Skepta's, he's the guy that kind of put that on the mark.
He did.
And I totally give him props for it. Like,
Yeah.
You know, there's Skepta, there's his brother JME. I respect him as well. Like, and then Wiley's another one for me. I don't know if many people know who Wiley is, but
I've know his name.
Vaguely, yeah.
but he's also another grime originator, I would say. But
Are you more tapped in with the grime sort of UK rap stuff, or are you more tapped in with like Western, like American, Canadian rappers and stuff like that?
I'm tapped in with both sides, to be honest. I love listening to music regardless.
Yeah.
So I love grime, but I also love to listen to, like, you know, artists like Drake, and, you know, you got like Bryson Tiller. You got, like,
Are those your biggest R&B inspirations?
biggest R&B inspiration, I would have to say, honestly,
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
What is Drake's genre right now?
Drake is
It's kind of a mix.
mix.
I
Yeah,
was about to
literally.
say,
It's a mixed
like,
bag,
I don't
right?
even know his genre right now.
It's like a blend of rap and R&B, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's kind of fusing them together a little
Yeah.
bit, which is cool. You know, he does a
No,
little
it's-
bit of both.
It's very dope. I think. I mean,
Right.
even on For All the Dogs, I think he just like not to draw names, but like a lot of Playboy Cardi influence
Yeah.
on there on like songs like Daylight. Like I think he's just a jack of all trades now with however many different hip hop genres, R&B genres, subgenres he's bringing into his music. It's such a slippery slope now with
Is
him.
he slippery? Is he slowly slipping into like pop?
Sometimes, on occasion, when he works with
Yeah.
like DJ Khaled
I
and
was gonna
stuff.
say,
Yeah,
like, when he's
yeah,
with
yeah.
DJ Khaled, I feel like it's just a whole pop vibe. Sorry to
No,
switch
yeah.
that, but
No. It's I definitely I noticed that as well. He's like, I don't know, he kind of experiments with a lot of stuff, which is cool, but at the same time it's like sometimes I think maybe he tries to tap into too many bags at once, and then it can get kind of
Tricky.
bloated. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Projects like that.
I mean,
So-
that's what music is, though. Like, you're here to create. So I
Yeah,
mean,
make whatever you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
it doesn't
yeah.
matter if you're. For me personally, if you're in hip hop, I wouldn't say stick to hip hop, because you have to like, what's the word?
Branch out.
Branch out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, reach different audiences. It's just a way of doing that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
when does it become that you are not branching out of your own shell, but you're actually just catering to your audience?
Ooh,
When
that's
does it become?
that's when you sort of, I don't know, I think when you start making music that you like, and when you start making it solely because
There's
I
a-
think this is going to sell.
Yeah,
And
that's-
you
that's
start
what it
selling
is. That's the
yourself
differentiation.
to the industry as opposed to doing it because you like to do it, right?
Exactly.
As long
Yeah.
as you're doing what you love, I think that's it doesn't matter even if it's like something that's trending, the sound that's trending or sound that's not trending. It doesn't really matter as long as you enjoy it and you think it's good and like that you come out of it and like, all right, I like that song. I like what I
feel
did.
that.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
absolutely.
the authenticity, literally. Like you can, I feel like as an artist, hearing it, you can kind of hear if they're being authentic to a degree. You know?
Yeah, no,
So-
for sure. Yeah, and I think even with sticking to one genre is such a hindrance because you as an artist, I feel need to evolve with what's going on right now, what's popular. Not again, not to feed into like do this because that's what's gonna draw in views and oh
But
my
you're just
gosh, but
learning.
you're learning. You're listening to different music. You're adapting and
Exactly.
you're learning from it. So I think that's what's important there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
no, for sure.
Yeah.
I would say that kind of ties into my actual inspiration for R&B because Bryson Tiller is a very, very what's the word?
Chef kiss.
Yeah, he's a very what's the word?
Diverse.
Yeah, diverse artist. Because I mean, he started the whole trap soul thing where it's not
Right.
like R&B is just singing. Like you also have that
The
other
rap
side,
part.
you know.
Yeah,
Like
the
so,
it's like
little
a whole-
rap grunge part.
yeah.
for
So I would
sure,
say
yeah.
like. He's probably one of my biggest R&B inspirations. I actually went to see him in concert. Pretty cool. My
Oh,
friend
no
actually
way.
put me on.
That's so
Nah.
And
sick.
we went.
He went without me.
Nah.
Oh,
tragic.
What are you
Tragic.
doing?
Amazing concert, and you know, just going to that made me realize like, damn, like I want to do that, like you know, and be that, you know, something that's different. So, yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of like artists that are doing that right now. Like the artists that kind of start in they centralize around one genre and then they kind of like incorporate elements from other genres. I think it makes them more unique in that sense, I guess.
There's also
Absolutely.
just like life experiences, right? Like certain things are gonna make you feel like they could travel, and then they have a whole new mindset of certain genres or different music
Yeah,
that they
yeah.
adapt into. So I feel like I get what you mean there.
Yeah, for
absolutely.
sure.
Yeah.
100%.
I guess going into sort of where you started music, you started to just release songs and EPs, songs like Realization, Live It Up, and Soon, all culminating into your first debut EP, Love to Lust, which released February 14th, 2020.
Yes,
Songs
sir.
like
Valentine's
Perfect
Day.
featuring Jay Picasso, shout outs.
Shout out to Jay Picasso
I
for
Don't
sure.
Know, and Losing You, by the way, that's my favorite song on the EP.
I appreciate it, man.
Favorite
Thank you
song.
very much.
So good. What
Can I
was...
just shout you guys out real quick? I really like that y'all do your homework.
that's
Like,
all
I
them.
really
I
like
mean,
that.
man.
come on.
This
Like,
guy's
that is-
running it.
Y'all can see us again.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
No, yeah, we just, I don't know. We, like, it feels almost disrespectful in a sense to just have someone on and be like, so what's your name? And what do you know, just asking like
Yeah.
the basic questions. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like if you have a good sense of who the people are already, you can, like, have more deeper conversation.
Yeah, for
or
sure.
just,
Shout
like,
out y'all one
yeah.
time.
Thank you, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Was the Valentine's Day release like intentional? Was there supposed to be some love elements there? Or?
So yeah, it was. It all started off because I'm a very, I wouldn't say emotional, but when it comes to love, that's one emotion that gets me.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, very passionate. So it kind of drove the whole EP. I made Soon. Soon was the actual lead single off the off the EP, and it was just something that it kind of solidified my sound in a way, and I just wanted to put it out. I just felt like I needed to do it, and calling it Love to Lust, the reason I did was because at the time it was just, I didn't know, like going through different relationships, like I didn't know whether it was love or whether it was lust. Whether you like me for me or you love me for me or you just love me because of something else. You know?
Yeah,
So-
like something because of you, not for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
my ex is actually on the cover of that. So,
Was-
I mean,
did you get their permission?
yeah, 100%.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
yeah,
good.
good.
Got her permission, and she kind of spearheaded a bit of it. So,
That's nice.
That's dope.
yeah, shout out to her. Still,
Yeah,
I'm not
very,
gonna lie.
very good. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool that she was so comfortable with you, kind of using her as so like inspiration, very blatantly, I suppose.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. No,
That's cool.
it's one of the most raw and authentic ways of drawing art is from experience and like feeling, and of course that comes out on the songs, which again I think Losing You. I was playing that like over and over again last night, especially because it was just one of those songs that made me really like damn, what happened, you know?
Yeah.
And so I guess when it released, being your debut project, what was the reception like at first with it?
The reception was all love from everybody around me, the people that were close and knew that I was out. Like, I was kind of blown away myself to say, damn, I actually put this out there in
Right.
the world. But, you know, everybody, and even to this day, I still get comments like, hey, man, like, Soon is like, I love that track. It's like, yo, like, I
Soon, is that the
appreciate
most popular one?
it. That was the most popular one at the time. Right now, I got some other stuff too, but like, Soon is the one song I would say that kind of fermented my like sound and like just
It left
pushed
its
me.
mark.
Yeah, it left its mark. Yeah.
Nice.
Definitely. How did it feel to complete a body of work like that? Like, you put your time and your energy and your focus into this one project, this one thing, and to release it. Like, how did that make you feel as, outside of it just an artist, just as like a person? Like, how did that like resonate with you?
It felt really good in a way because, you know, as an artist you go like through a lot of stuff. You go through the motions, and especially like making it. It was very hard because at the time I wasn't really as, what's the word? Let me say, very. What's the word I'm looking for?
Open, vulnerable.
Yeah, vulnerable, yes, I would say vulnerable. In terms of my music, and I was very much content. So to have it completed and put out was just an amazing feeling to say like, damn, like I could literally go down the street, say, hey, like I made this, like
Yeah.
this is cool, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, that's
That's
one thing
nice.
we've talked about.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
having your own, even if you don't sell it anywhere, even like if you don't like, you know, market it like everywhere you go, like just having something that you can tell yourself you made and that, you know, you have something in your portfolio. It's very gratifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So
And I guess going with the release date there, early 2020, a month or two later, pandemic happens and the entire world changes for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so that sort of coming after your debut EP, what was it like being an artist in the pandemic?
in the pandemic, it was a lot of, for me, I don't know about anybody else, but a lot of creative blocks.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you go through life and you experience a lot of things, but obviously during COVID, you're stuck at home. Like, you can't do nothing unless it's going to a grocery store, you know, and coming home. Like,
Yeah.
There was a lot of creative blocks. And even before that, for me, I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot of creative blocks. But it did show me that, hey, like, you know, there's some things that you need to go through and to evolve yourself. And I kind of just was trying to get over the blocks and trying to just continue to write. And yeah, that's kind of how it was for me.
Writer's block was abysmal in COVID. I was also trying to write music in COVID. It was terrible. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It just takes something out of you. You know, you don't like. I think the lack of social connection and you know that prevents you from making these new experiences, which keeps you from being able to write about them and stuff.
Absolutely. No, it's sort of like, I guess it sort of got rid of a daily routine that you had for yourself, whether it was like you go to the gym in the morning and then you come back and then you maybe write something. Like, first of all, the gym's gone, so now it's just like, it just sort of disrupts what you're used to, and it puts such a block on, I guess what you're so used to doing.
Yeah.
And so I can definitely see how that would be such a challenge for even like I don't know if you go to like professional studios like in the city like
I do.
what was that sort of scene like?
Yeah, during that time, I mean, I was going to my guy NV Productions at the time, and it was just a different thing. Like, you couldn't, I mean, going to the studio, I mean, it was a studio, but like it was kind of like you had to mask up and like
Yep.
It's not the same.
Not
No,
the same.
not
I
the
mean,
same. Yeah, can't have like a whole like entourage in there with you hyping you up like let's go great stuff. Yeah, but
The
it's
environment's different.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Energy.
Just gotta go in there and leave.
That's
pretty
the one
much.
thing about making music is the mood is everything sometimes.
Everything.
Yeah,
Like,
Everything.
the vibe is like so important. You got to be in like a good mindset when you're recording
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Otherwise,
Like I could
Why?
sometimes just like, you have a song written out, you have your beat selected, and you have all the equipment ready. You go in to record. If you're just not feeling it that day, it's just not going to work out.
No.
Even if you have all the assets, you just got to make sure the environment and everything is straight up, you know, is correct.
And you know what's crazy to say? Like you could go inside the studio ready to record a certain song, but if your mood changes, that's for that song. You can't do that song anymore. But you could actually end up finding the motivation to create something new. But I feel like during COVID time, it was so much harder because everyone's like in a shell. So you felt like you were still in a shell even at the studio, where that's the one place where you're supposed to be out your shell.
Yeah.
So it's like, I get what you
It's
mean.
nuts, right?
Yeah, no, it's yeah.
COVID it was a hard time. 2020 that whole year was like a huge mess. You know, there was so much. Also, just the political, social aspects of
That
the world
part.
was collapsing. You know, there was the, you know, very unfortunate murder of George Floyd that happened in May, and it overtook the world in June. You know, that you had all the BLM protests, which was met with a lot more police violence and brutality. And, you know, you had a lot of artists speaking about the matter, you know, sharing their own experiences, including you. You did a song called End.
Yeah.
That was, you put it out the following February, right?
Yeah,
And, you know, where you talked about the issues, you know, addressed in the Black Lives Matter movement and stuff. One thing about artists that speak on social issues in their work is they're often met with backlash from the industry, criticism, and, you know, pressure from the industry to be silent about these matters. Did you feel that, you know, making this song and promoting this song, you felt any pressure or pushback from the industry you were a part of?
No. I mean, for me, I'm a black individual, so it's like, as an artist too, you got to be authentic, and I've seen it live in the flesh. And I remember during that time, obviously you're at home, like my parents would watch CNN, and every single second something about George Floyd came on, and it really touched me, because it was like, watching the video, I just felt rage. I really hated what I saw, and it was just disgusting. So I mean, even not just George Floyd, Breonna Taylor is another prime example. So it's like, when is this really gonna end? And that was the whole point of the song. Like, I just felt like I had to put it out there. You know? And you know,
it's important. You know, it's important to have that stuff addressed in your art. You know, because it's not a lot of spaces that we're allowed to speak on these issues. You know, a lot of our institutions make sure to silence us about this kind of stuff. So I think it's really good. Do you feel that you incorporate other social matters and personal, like kind of social, personal issues in your music?
I would say I try to dabble a little bit, not too much, in a way where it's like something I go through and personal to me. Yeah. You know, I also do it for other people. If anybody listening to it feels the same way, I hope that, you know, this gets across to you. Yeah. But yeah, it's just literally whatever I experience or what I see, I put it in my music, regardless of how bad it could be, or you know, it's an art form, so you have to express yourself.
More so like a voice where you feel like you could connect to a scenario or situation.
100%.
Yeah. No, I think it's important as a creative in the space, because you have a platform, you should be able to talk about these things, and so use it to address the violence and the hate that's going on in the world, because who else is going to do it? The politicians that are just, you know, just in it for whatever it is they're in it for, right? Yeah, like
I always, sorry to interrupt you. Something I always tell him, and also tell my friends and family members: you can't create change. You can't create change in comfort. You can't stay in comfort or stay in discomfort, because that's what it really is. We're staying in discomfort. Yeah. And we're just making it seem like we're comfortable in it because we stick to doing the same routine. Yes. Same routine is not going to get you different results.
Exactly. So. Not saying anything isn't going to change anything. It's just going to be like, clearly it's fine because it's not being talked about, right? Exactly. It's not fine, so talk about it. Exactly. Yeah. So I with all that being said, all of the change in the world, all the negativity in the world, what I was sort of reading about you the other day was how you had taken a bit of a hiatus from music back in 2021, and you mentioned that you wanted to work on you, and without, I guess, getting too much into it, I know how personal it is, but when I read about it, it sort of made me think about how much time we as artists put into our work and to our craft, that we sort of lose touch with who we are as people, because we put so much into the work, and then you sort of come out of it like, wait, who am I again? You know? So I just sort of wanted to ask what you can say about maintaining a good work-life balance after that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really take a huge hiatus. I took a huge hiatus from, like, content and just, like, putting it out, just because I wanted to find myself. I'm a very like hardworking individual. Obviously, as an artist, like especially an independent artist, you gotta work in order to fund that, right? So
Yeah.
for me, it was like I was so indulged in work and so indulged with like my life, you know, family at home, like where I would still continue to write, but being able to go and record was a very like big thing for me and an issue. So I kind of took a little break. I'll go whenever I could, but it was just one thing that wasn't on the forefront until, you know, until later on, until I found myself. And also I was going through finding my sound at that time too, because I mean, I started off, you know, with some other stuff, and I loved what I did, but at the same time, I didn't feel like it was me. So I took that time to just circle back and focus on life, but also find what is Rumz, or who is Rumz, you know what I mean, at the same time. So yeah, that's kind of why.
For sure.
Sometimes you need that for yourself. I think what we can all speak to is burnout as well. You know, just finding yourself in that state of just, you know, not putting out the best work and making the best work because you physically just cannot do it anymore, and you need the time to figure things out for yourself. And so I think that's really important, and a good step that you made in your career so far is just, you know, checking yourself and knowing when it was time to stop for just a tad for a second to figure out, okay, what do I really want to do here?
Yeah. I just wasn't finding that I was making the best work for myself. I mean, you know, you write things and you think it's the best, but at the same time, I just didn't think it was. I didn't think it was the greatest to put out, you know. So I felt like I needed to step back and really analyze myself and analyze who I am before I continue, you know. So
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely. And I guess, sorry, go.
No, I was gonna say after your hiatus, you came back in 2022 with a mixtape that was highly anticipated called "Hear Me Now."
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And you had a couple of old and new songs showcasing your growth as an artist. What kind of songs were on there, man?
For sure, we had songs like "Hypnotize," "Potion," which was my favorite on that track, on that project. "By Me" and "Dice Paradise," and I another favorite actually. Dice Paradise was good. I'm just gonna go on about how good your songs are.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
So I guess with new songs and old songs on that project, figuring out who Rumz was, where do you feel? What are some areas where you feel that you most improved on as an artist?
I feel like I most improved on like just being me. Like in that growth period, I made some of those songs back in like 2018, 2019, and then obviously the pandemic hit. I was writing songs still, and I realized somewhat during that like who I was. So like I was writing all these songs and I made a little bit more. And then "Hear Me Now" was a project that was already like I already knew I wanted to have that out because I just want to be heard. Like I just love to be heard as an artist. Like I feel like I used to see like other artists around me and like getting heard, and you know I just didn't feel like I had my voice yet. So that was the name of the project, "Hear Me Now." So I, you know, to be heard. So but yeah, like that was it showcased my growth in a way because like I don't know, like I going through that set list or that track list, like I felt like I grew from the guy who was there in 2016, you know. And that's kind of how I would put it, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
What was your favorite song on that?
Ooh, favorite song. I would say I love "Hypnotize." "Hypnotize" is
That's a good one.
Yeah, but I also love "Therapy." "Therapy" was the outro of the track, and I felt like that was the one that showcased my growth the most.
Word.
You know, I called it "Therapy" because like, first off, I heard the beat and it just was therapeutic, and then like going through it and writing through it, like I realized that it was a culmination of everything, you know, of my growth. So
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
We wanted to sort of use this time now, it being your latest piece of work, to sort of go into a showcase section where we just play some songs, turn off the mics, and just let the audience listen to some of the songs we picked out for you.
Do you have any preference of Anything that you want to be played?
I would say Memories. Is it Love?
Memories?
You know, those are the songs that I resonate with the most right now because that's just who I am and that's the era I'm in. So, but
Okay.
Dope,
Memories.
dope.
What's the when did you record this one?
Memories was actually recorded back last year. I would say last summer.
Oh wow.
But
A
you didn't
little.
release it until this past May.
Yeah, so a little bit of a backstory. I wrote that on my way home from work. Actually, I just, you know, as an artist, you listen to beats. Obviously, you go on YouTube, and the beat stood out to me. It was just like the transitioning and everything. I was like, okay, cool. I love this beat, but how am I gonna go on it?
Right.
But and then at that time, I left my ex, and it was an emotional time for me. I thought about everything, like everything going back in our relationship, and I was just like, I love everything about it, but I gotta move on from it. So that's why I
Yeah.
called the track Memories and
Yeah.
made it what it was.
Damn, man.
Nice.
So let's spin it right now.
Let's just get right into it. Yeah, you're listening to Voices on Earth. We're gonna listen to Memories by Rumz. Stay tuned. We're gonna be right back. Thank you guys for watching.
I love the hills.
I don't want these memories to fade away. I just want a heart without the break. Every time we love, it turns to rage. I don't wanna feel this way, no way. No, I feel this way. Do you feel the same? No mistakes, 100 times ripped out every page. How am I supposed to love you without the pain? The memories engraved, tattooed in my brain. About it almost all of the time. Gathering my thoughts, everyone that's inside. Moving on, I swear, by the end of the night. Ain't no check engine light. Saying bye-bye to good times that we had. Try to make you understand. Ain't no about the back and forth. Fighting in Afghanistan. Pledging I'm a simple man. Man like Kendrick, ain't no Perkins. Humble, yes I am. Drugs like Percocets, no I don't even know them. Still don't feel a thing. I want a bag, but she want a Birkin. We want different things. Similar and same, see the many differences. Facts will never change, tell me what the difference is. Never listen but heard everything. Wanted us to make amends, we broke both the face. Could have met again. Sorry for the hurt, we both suffering. Learn to lose the feel away. I don't want these memories to fade away. I just want a heart without the break. Every time we love, it turns to rage. I don't wanna feel this way, no way. No, I feel this way. Do you feel the same? No mistakes, 100 times ripped out every page. How am I supposed to love you without the pain? The memories engraved, tattooed in my brain.
I love the hills.
Ooh,
Nice.
That was way
Fire.
too nice.
That might be my favorite now. I
Some
don't know.
fire. Nah,
That was
what we got coming up
crazy.
in the new
We
year?
got a lot
What
of
we
stuff.
got coming up in
You
the
gotta
new
send me some
year?
early
Yeah, no.
releases at this
You
point.
just
man.
might.
Yeah, you just might. Yeah.
You guys are on
might.
your best behavior, so you just might.
Damn, man.
Damn,
that was
bro.
so crazy.
Jesus.
What
Appreciate it.
damn, man. Like I love the production on that. Who produced that?
That beat was produced by a member of the Hills Collective. I believe it was Uno Jordan.
The Hills Collective?
Yeah, I love the Hills Collective stuff because like their vibe is kind of like the Pierre Bourne, the Lil Uzi, like
That kind of stuff.
yeah. So
I heard that.
That's dope. Yeah, no, I definitely heard like a Uzi hyper pop trap
Yes,
type of
yeah,
thing. I was
definitely,
really
definitely.
rocking with that, man.
Tapping into different genres. Okay.
Shall we
Okay, yeah.
shall we listen to one more?
Why not, man? Let's go for it.
All
Any,
right.
any preferences? I have one. If you
if
don't
you
want.
want, sure, if you want.
Play
Potions?
Potions.
Yeah.
Potions. Yeah.
Ooh, I love
Yeah,
Potions too.
yeah.
Oceans was a good choice.
Yeah, that's a really.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which album is Potions on?
that's on Hear Me Now.
Hear me
Now,
now.
yeah. Mhm.
All right, let's check it out. Potions.
Voices on Earth, Potions, Rumz. Stay tuned.
All right.
Oh, we got an ad.
No. We don't have an.
No, yeah, no.
long.
There's no ad playing. Of course not. You're listening to Voices on Earth. That's our ad for today.
We're sponsored by. We ain't got no sponsorship. Come on.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Prime.
Yeah,
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
It's
yet.
it's a
That's
process.
Existence, man. Come on.
You gotta manifest.
Yeah. No,
100%.
dude, we do have a sponsor, obviously.
No,
Okay,
that's
yeah.
not true. All right,
Voices on Earth. Let's go.
let's run it.
Feels like I'm floating on that potion. The way that I feel, man, I don't know it. Must be off that potion. Here for the moment. They're gone, dissipate like the ocean. Wavy off that potion. Surf the wave, yeah, I'm floating. Way high in the sky, seeing my omens. Still on that potion. Drink till I'm drunk, then I just know it. Sit back, just relax. I don't need stress, I don't need that at all. Taking pills, getting high as a kite. Over the hills, every day, every night. Every weekend, I might see this right. Feels like I'm floating on that potion. The way that I feel, man, I don't know it. Must be off that potion. Here for the moment. They're gone, dissipate like the ocean. Wavy off that potion. Surf the wave, yeah, I'm floating. Way high in the sky, seeing my omens. Still on that potion. Drink till I'm drunk, then I just know it. Yeah.
This guy don't miss.
Yeah.
We just switched.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Crazy.
That was Potion by Rumz. If you're just joining us now on, I almost said our old show name. Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
On Voices on Earth.
not
That
our
was
old
pretty
show,
nuts.
guys.
What
Come
was
on.
your old show?
We had a show last year called 365 Now, where we sort of went back into the last decade and covered a year of like pop culture and everything significant that happened in 1 year, and just crammed it into an episode and talked about it and had commentary on it.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
a quick.
yeah.
We switched up for this season,
Yeah,
but
we
that was
switched it up.
awesome. That was like I feel like that was a lot more kind of fun, something to just vibe out to
Yeah.
instead of like less emotionally charged. Maybe a little bit more just like something that you'd hear. Yeah.
Yeah, on some like
just
like
the
driving
vibe.
to work.
Yeah.
In the car. Yeah, something like that. but
Super
yeah,
dope. Also, I heard some Pierre Bourne influence there.
Yeah.
Super good. Like I definitely heard the Pierre.
Yeah,
sound on
shout
there.
out to Level for that. He's a producer in I believe Germany.
Level.
Wow.
Yeah, his beats are all on YouTube. I've been
All on
finding them
YouTube.
all the time, man.
Damn.
Yeah, I actually DM'd him and he gave me his number. He's a super cool guy. I mean,
Wow.
like, definitely like someone that I would love to like meet and work with in the future.
Yeah, he's a
for
pretty
sure.
big producer, so it's pretty cool that you got his contact and everything.
That's awesome, man. Damn.
Do you have you ever performed before live?
Yeah, I've performed a couple times actually. Yeah, I actually got a show coming up soon. Actually,
What's what's the show? Plug it. Plug it.
Shout out.
I mean, I got a showcase coming up in the 22nd.
22nd.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's from my artist friend Trey. It's Trey. Shout out to It's Trey too.
It's Trey.
He's a dope singer, dope
Awesome, man.
talented guy. So I
You
got
like a
that.
dual show?
Yeah, not dual. It's
More
a showcase.
Like a birthday. It's his birthday the next day.
Yeah.
So he has a whole bunch of artists showcasing, and
That's
he's also going
awesome.
to be releasing a new EP that night.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
But I also got another show in January 10th. That's like the big one for me right now. It's called the 1 a.m. Club, hosted by
1
Tor.
a.m.?
Yeah,
Wow.
the 1 a.m. Club is called, that's the name of the event. It's hosted by Quoted Toronto. Shout out to them for putting me on.
Quoted Toronto?
Yeah.
Isn't
Quote-
that with was that
Oh, is that with
Unsighted?
Unsighted? Is that Unsighted?
He knows? It might be a different thing.
Maybe we're just
Maybe.
like
We
drawing
we
from
seen a
different-
similar we seen an event under Quoted Toronto from a different
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
so
it was
it's
like a
pretty
different-
big. So
yeah.
that's awesome,
Yeah.
man. Congrats.
Yeah, a lot of dope artists are going to be there. I mean, like, thank God, like, you know, I'm blessed to be a part of it too, like, you know.
Dude, send us
So-
the like whatever link people
All
can
the
go get tickets
information?
on.
Yeah,
Hand it
yeah,
over
yeah,
to
yeah,
us,
we're
and
gonna
we'll,
make
we'll link it in the YouTube and
Bet.
everything,
Absolutely,
so
yeah,
people
yeah.
can go find it and stuff.
For
It'll be
sure.
dope.
Shout out to you guys for real.
Yeah.
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 Before I even like get off this topic, I messed up Trey's birthday. His birthday is the day after that.
Okay.
You don't want it to come for you.
Yeah,
I don't want to mess up
for
your friend's
me.
birthday.
December 22nd is not
Thank
Trey's
God we
birthday.
clarified
Yeah.
that.
Let me clarify
the
that.
day after
the
the-
day after the
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
Well, unfortunately we're gonna probably have to wrap up this episode. We're short on time, but thank you so much for coming in, Rumz and QK. It was
Thank
super
you.
awesome to have both of
Appreciate
you
you
guys
guys.
so
Yeah.
much. We really love the music. We'll link the Spotify, Apple, all the links in the YouTube so that people can go check out your stuff.
Absolutely,
And
yeah, yeah.
we're excited to see. Do you have any? What's next for you? What's
Yeah.
It's nice for me. I
Big
mean,
things
a whole
coming
lot
up.
of stuff coming in the new year. I mean, like content, you know, I'm focusing on, like, you know, trying to network as well and
Dope.
connect with my fans. Like, I love, like, you know, to tap in with a lot of people. So
It's gonna be great, man.
Maybe a Canadian tour.
yeah,
Ooh.
Canadian tour,
Canadian
in the world,
tours.
man, you know, in the works,
Big
potentially.
things.
You heard it
You
here.
know,
Big things are
First.
coming.
Yeah.
Things are coming, you know, shout out
2024,
to
big year.
management, you know.
Yeah, shout out to QK.
Let's
and
go.
thank you so much, Rumz, for coming in, man. I
Yeah,
really
man.
Thank you
appreciate
for having
that.
us.
Long
you
time
guys.
coming.
Thank
Yeah,
you so much.
it was
Appreciate
our
you guys a
pleasure.
lot.
So good to
Absolutely.
finally have you on, man. It was
Definitely,
great. Yeah.
Definitely want you guys at a show.
100%.
Oh, that would be awesome.
We're there.
Yeah.
We're there.
So let us
Okay,
know,
you guys have
man.
tickets.
Yeah.
100%.
Let us know. It'd
Yeah.
be so sick. We'd love to come through, check it out, man.
Got you
Love to
guys some
support.
tickets. For sure.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
Guys,
that is it for
I'm
us.
gonna wrap it up. Okay.
Oh, wow.
It's my
Yeah,
time. Yeah,
real
it's my time.
bossy. Damn.
Guys, as always, this has been Voices Unearthed. I'm Noah. To my left now is my co-host Rami, and this has been Voices Unearthed. Thank you guys for watching and
Thank you
listening.
to
and we'll
Rumz.
see
Thank you to
guys-
QK.
Yes,
Rumz.
let's-
Yes.
Rumz, yeah.
I always get it confused. Is
It's okay.
We're having like a debate last night. That's why I texted you. I was like, how do you pronounce
it
it?
Rumz or
Just to
Rumz?
make sure that we're not messing it up.
If there was rooms, I could get you in my room.
Oh,
Ooh, what's up, boys?
yeah, that'd be crazy.
Might be time to change the
And I
pronunciation.
could change it. I could get you into the rooms, and I got the rooms.
Oh,
Okay,
is
wow.
it too late to change the name? Let's go.
All right, thank you guys so much for coming through.
Yes, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. See you guys later.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.